today we will discuss more on so adding some resource management, because it's a tight integration between the because
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
if at all it's one RF should work, you should maintain a resource for that. Because as you know, the resource management is a crucial role for any warehouse to optimize the warehouse orders, and that's where is play a major role for the resource management. So for okay, let's move into the resource management now. Okay, just a few minutes I will go back and review what we had last session. So before jumping into this one, can see my presentation? Can you see my presentation?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. So just I will review what we had last time. That as you know that we discussed radio frequency framework, and we have discussed how RF menu looks like. What are the activities we can perform in RF device. Okay, so that we can perform all inbound or outbound internal activities. So it's not restricted, only few activities we can do. We can do all the activities.
Mr. Naidu, I can only see Excel sheet.
One sec. No, I not started just a presentation. Yeah, the last class, just I want to take few minutes to review that, because we have discussed a lot of things. So okay. So we have gone through a lot of things, how it works for radio frequency and all. But again, we will go through and review all the things okay. And we have discussed where radio frequency is going to work for inbound and outbound as well as internal process. And we discussed. I'm going to discuss more on that. Okay. Today we will discuss more on that users. Okay. And the resources, resource group. Okay. So how we can map users and resource group and resources, how we can maintain queue systems. Queue management is very, very important for any warehouse. So queue management is a very, very important for us, to optimize our warehouse orders, such a way that, as soon as the warehouse operator works in that system should drive automatically. Okay, maybe as he performs inbound, assume that he wanted to do outbound, because even supervisor can change his position, by logging to resources, and he can change the queues for him also. Okay, one is a manual process, one is automatic process. So we can see how we can activate it automatically, how we can manually change the queues and all. Okay, but as I said, resource management can be used for all the activities, inbound, outbound, and as well as internal process. But though we are covering resource management purely on inbound activities, but doesn't mean that we are not going to cover next task, because this, so remember, RF and as well as the resources, is a common area. We need to go back and review every time. Whenever we're discussing inbound, we are focusing now. Whenever we're discussing outbound, then we will discuss what are the related outbound side, even internal process. So queue system is a very, very important, especially the outbound process is a very, very important. Inbound may not that much, I mean, we can use it inbound definitely, but so because the intention in queue system, it works for the, for example, outbound process, where is you want to optimize picking activities so that you can assign all related warehouse orders into that wave system is there. So you assign all the warehouse orders. So all the warehouse tasks we can assign to the one warehouse order. That warehouse order can be assigned to the queue system. That means queue system means that is indirectly is a resource, so that he can perform 3-4 activities same time. For example, he has to picking activities. For example, he has to pick it mezzanine, ground, and first floor, or even wide eye. So which one he has to start First he has to ground a first floor, second, then wide eye, pick face and reserve. Rather than jumping here and there. So the effectiveness is a more in outbound side.
Your voice
Yeah.
is low.
Yeah, queue system is very powerful in the outbound side compared to inbound. Yeah, yeah, inbound, yeah, definitely is there, but may not that much, effectively. We don't need that much also for inbound area, but definitely we need for outbound side. Okay, and inbound definitely for physical inventory, for replenishment, for scrapping. So we may use for that. Okay. So last time we have discussed architecture of this, how it looks like. We have gone through just RF menu, how and how we compared with the RF transaction with this menu areas, RF menu manager. Okay, and again we will go back and see that. Okay, and how you can customize it in case you want to modify existing things, like you want to change the queue. The current system may not fit for our business, and how I'm going to modify existing queue system. What are the fields I need to know that, so that we can modify, we can enhance the existing one. So as I said, like RF is a purely more or less is a technical comparatively functional. So more involved technical people involvement, more technical involvement compared with functional involvement. But definitely we should drive technical guys providing all the logical transaction and the step, as well as the screen sequence and screen program and screen number. This information is very important to enhance the existing programs or existing screens or so on. Okay. And just we will go through once again, just then we will review once again. Just I'm trying to what we discussed last time. So we have already seen last time how it looks like RF menu, and as I said, we can this menu is an RF menu. It can be fit into any devices, no matter whether it is any commercial devices available in the Jibra device, Samsung, or Motorola, or so on. So okay, even if free application, even smart application. So and is a dynamically should change that. So no matter it is any device, but we can always fit the screens to the existing device. I mean, any device based on the business requirement. Last time we have seen that.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Okay. And this is the today we are going to discuss about resource management. Because it's a tight integrated resource management with the RF. So what do you mean of resource management? You all know that resources mean is not just as only man and woman, and it's a resource, even equipments also. So the combination of the manpower as well as the equipments. So equipments means like anything is a forklifts even is also resources. Okay, so how we are going to configure, how we are going to create as a resource is an individual, and how we can create a resource as any equipments. Because as I mentioned, right, the more effectiveness comes this queue system resource and for outbound, because picking activities and all. For inbound, yeah, not that much, but still we use it, but may not use that much queue system. Yeah. Okay. This is just a summary on the resource management. Okay. What do you mean resource means? Is optimizing allocation of the work to the resource. That means you are optimizing things. Okay. For example, I wanted one resource to perform unloading and put away activities. Only one person. I don't want to buy all the different people. So I can always optimize the activity. So one person, he can unload it and he can take a HUs to deconsolidation, then like that. So system drives based on the queues. Okay. So I can always, as I said, workers and equipments. Okay. What they do, they perform the warehouse task, and we call as the workers and equipment as a resource. Okay. And the only thing is how we can optimize the resources. We can optimize the resources by assigning warehouse orders to the right resource at the at the right time, you can say. That is a crucial, it's a crucial for the in effectiveness of the warehouse, or efficient of the warehouse. Okay. This is some summary, few words, effective utilization of the warehouse resource, and managing number of warehouse operators required in the warehouse, and amount of day heading in the warehouse, and means travels, for example, how many people are, how long they're traveling, for example, last activity they finish, and from that activity, how much time they travel for other activities. So if I want, I can always track for travel distance. If I want to calculate, then resource will play major role. Okay. This is just simple example.